feels genuine, rare, and meaningful. It is not built on tricks, scripts, or memorized lines. It comes from understanding human nature and responding in ways that fulfill what people often desire without even realizing it. Those who possess psychological magnetism attract attention effortlessly without chasing it or demanding it. Their words feel important because they reflect awareness, empathy, and quiet confidence, signaling that they are someone worth paying attention to. This effect becomes even stronger when communication blends both intellect and emotion. When a woman hears something that makes her think differently, sparks curiosity, or makes her feel uniquely acknowledged, it activates a deep and instinctive attraction. This is not manipulation. It is the creation of a space where she feels safe, interested, and appreciated for both her emotional depth and her intelligence. Subtlety plays a critical role. Obvious flattery or loud attempts to impress usually fail because they feel shallow or self-focused. Psychological magnetism works instead through timing, tone, and insight. A few carefully chosen words that reflect her personality, values, or perspectives can create waves of fascination. Body language, calm presence, and consistent behavior reinforce these words, creating the impression of depth, thoughtfulness, and emotional intelligence. People are naturally drawn to those who challenge them mentally while engaging them emotionally, which is why psychological magnetism is so powerful. It blends confidence, empathy, and mystery into a single energy that attracts attention without pressure and leaves a strong impression long after the interaction ends. The quiet power of language is one of the most underestimated tools of attraction, yet its influence is profound. It is not about speaking loudly, using complex vocabulary, or repeating rehearsed phrases. It is about choosing words that carry meaning, invite curiosity, and touch emotions naturally. The right words can make a woman feel understood, intrigued, and gently challenged at the same time. Language allows you to express confidence without arrogance, intelligence without talking down, and empathy without appearing weak or desperate. A simple comment that shows you understand her point of view or playfully questions her thinking can instantly create connection. Words shape the emotional rhythm of interaction, turning ordinary conversation into a subtle psychological dance. A well-timed phrase can spark curiosity, highlight shared values, or touch desires she may not openly express. Communication that feels natural but intentional is magnetic because it shows presence of mind and emotional awareness, qualities that are deeply attractive. Balance is essential. If it is too obvious, it feels manipulative. If it is too weak, it fades into the background. True mastery lies not only in what you say, but in how and when you say it. Tone, pacing, pauses, and context all amplify impact. The most compelling language always reflects authenticity. It signals that you are fully present in the moment, not performing for approval or validation. Over time, women instinctively recognize those who speak with this quiet strength. They sense that these individuals can hold attention, stimulate thought, and create emotional resonance without force. This combination of intrigue, understanding, and emotional depth makes language one of the strongest tools of attraction. It is not magic. It is a learnable skill, a psychological lever that, when used thoughtfully, becomes extremely powerful. Emotional triggers are another subtle yet influential way to capture attention and leave a lasting impression. This does not involve dramatic gestures or exaggerated declarations. It involves saying or doing something that resonates deeply, often beneath conscious awareness. Women, like all people, respond strongly to moments that make them feel seen, valued, and mentally stimulated. When a word or action touches their inner world, perhaps reflecting an unspoken desire, a hidden fear, or a thought they rarely express, it creates a magnetic pull that is difficult to ignore. Emotional triggers bypass surface judgments and connect directly with the mind and heart, creating a sense of closeness even in short interactions. This may be a simple statement that validates her feelings, a playful challenge to her perspective, or a question that sparks curiosity about something she has never considered. Subtlety is crucial. Emotional triggers must feel natural and sincere because authenticity strengthens their effect. When used correctly, they increase attention and interest. She begins to want to understand you, respond to you, and engage with your presence. Timing and context matter deeply. The same words can feel powerful in one moment and meaningless in another. Emotional triggers also work through contrast, mixing comfort with intrigue, familiarity with surprise, and playfulness with depth. When applied thoughtfully, they leave a mental and emotional imprint that encourages continued engagement. Women are drawn to those who make them feel emotionally alive, stimulating curiosity while offering understanding. This is why emotional triggers play such a vital role in attraction. They go beyond surface interaction and create a deeper, harder to ignore connection. Mystery is one of the strongest drivers of attraction because it fuels curiosity, anticipation, and psychological involvement. Predictability, by contrast, often drains interactions of energy, making them feel flat or routine. Women respond strongly to novelty and gentle unpredictability, especially when it exists alongside reliability and integrity. The power of mystery lies in the tension it creates, the balance between knowing and not knowing, feeling safe yet intrigued. When someone is completely predictable, there is no emotional challenge and interactions become ordinary. Mystery is not about hiding or manipulating. It is about revealing yourself gradually, allowing curiosity to grow naturally. By choosing what and how much you share, you create a pull that keeps her thinking about you even when you are not around. Small, intentional choices matter. Subtle hints about your experiences, opinions, or interests without over-explaining invite her imagination to participate. This makes her perception of you more personal and engaging. Mystery also signals confidence. It shows comfort with yourself and a life that does not depend on constant approval. Predictability weakens attraction by suggesting a lack of depth or individuality. By combining consistency with intrigue, you create emotional tension that feels exciting but safe. This keeps attention alive, sparks curiosity, and encourages emotional investment. Over time, mystery becomes a powerful psychological magnet, making interactions memorable and compelling. The balance between openness and restraint, clarity and ambiguity, insight and curiosity is what makes mystery so attractive. Authenticity is the foundation of lasting attraction because it communicates integrity, self-awareness, and emotional honesty. Women and people in general are highly intuitive when it comes to sensing sincerity versus performance. Authenticity does not mean perfection or always saying the ideal thing. It means aligning your words and actions with your true values while remaining respectful and engaged. Expressing yourself honestly creates trust and emotional safety, which are deeply attractive because they allow genuine connection. Women respond strongly to those who are consistent, self-aware, and emotionally grounded, recognizing they can invest without questioning hidden motives. Authenticity allows your natural personality, humor, and energy to emerge, forming a connection that lasts longer and feels deeper than surface charm. Being unapologetically yourself communicates confidence, self-respect, and emotional stability. This does not mean oversharing or exposing vulnerabilities carelessly. It means expressing opinions, humor, and intentions clearly while maintaining emotional balance. When authenticity is paired with awareness and restraint, it creates attraction that feels natural and sustainable. It ensures you are not only noticed, but remembered, creating a presence that consistently draws people in and holds their attention with quiet strength. It stays true to who you are. When you act authentically, it naturally builds trust and dependability in your interactions. A woman notices when your actions match your words. That alignment creates comfort and respect for your boundaries, which is far more powerful than surface level charm. Authenticity allows interactions to carry depth instead of feeling transactional. It opens space for emotional connection, playful teasing, and meaningful intellectual exchange because your interest is real, not a strategy. At its core, being authentic strengthens every part of attraction. Your confidence, emotional signals, subtle communication, and even the sense of mystery you carry all become stronger because they come from a place of truth. Without authenticity, charm can feel hollow or manipulative, which weakens curiosity and attraction. By showing your genuine self, you signal that you are someone with substance, someone whose presence matters, and someone capable of creating a connection that feels real, exciting, and unforgettable. Control and guidance are often mistaken for the same thing, but they produce very different emotional reactions. Control suggests trying to dominate or dictate another person's behavior, which often creates discomfort or resistance. Guidance, on the other hand, is the ability to lead with confidence while still honoring the other person's freedom. Women are naturally drawn to individuals who can offer direction without forcing it, who can present options, make thoughtful decisions, and show calm assurance in a way that feels supportive rather than restrictive. This creates both safety and admiration because it fulfills the need for stability while awakening curiosity. When you guide instead of control, you demonstrate self-confidence, emotional awareness, and respect for boundaries, all of which are deeply attractive traits. Your tone, choice of words, and actions communicate this balance. For instance, suggesting an idea while welcoming her perspective shows leadership without ego. Simple actions like taking initiative with plans or offering insight when appropriate reinforce competence and reliability, which builds respect over time. Guidance also connects closely to influence psychology. People are more willing to engage and follow those who encourage choice rather than demand compliance. Control shuts down curiosity and creates tension, which weakens attraction. The beauty of guidance lies in its subtlety. It reassures without confining, intrigues without confusing, and establishes authority without threatening freedom. When this balance is shown consistently, it builds trust and admiration, making interactions feel natural and magnetic. Women are instinctively drawn to those who can hold space confidently, offer thoughtful direction, and create collaboration instead of dominance. This principle does more than spark attraction. It improves the depth of connection, leading to relationships that feel respectful, mentally stimulating, and emotionally alive. The scarcity principle plays a surprisingly strong role in attraction. It is based on the idea that people value what feels rare or limited. This does not mean playing games or withholding care in unhealthy ways. It means creating value through intentional presence, attention, and timing. When someone is always available, their presence can be taken for granted. When your time, words, and energy are offered with intention, they become more meaningful. Scarcity is not about disappearing, it is about purpose. It signals that your engagement is deliberate, not automatic. The human mind naturally prioritizes what feels limited because it carries perceived value. In attraction, this can show up as not oversharing too quickly, not responding instantly every time, or revealing parts of yourself gradually. This approach builds curiosity, anticipation, and emotional investment. Women respond well to a balanced mix of availability and intrigue because it keeps their mind engaged and your presence significant. Scarcity also communicates confidence and self-respect. It is not about being distant or cold. It is about directing your energy with intention, which naturally makes others value it more. Scarcity works alongside other attraction elements like mystery, emotional triggers, and subtle communication, amplifying their impact. When you manage attention and presence consciously, interaction